Hey, I'm Rob Wild. Thought I'd shoot you a quick little video to give you a taste of how we do what we do. What I'm going to do, this is you right off the street. This will send a video to your email, and also you're able to log on to my Swing Vision Pro site and access that anywhere with an internet connection anywhere in the world. All right, so what I'm going to do now is just let this run. This is you when we first said let's record a couple. So let's take a look at maybe one, let's take a look at two swings, and then I'll bring you back to this position and we'll address some of the issues we talked about. All right, so I'm going to let it run. Here you go. Okay, let's see one more, please. All right, I'm going to stop you, bring you back to the very beginning. We're going to talk about a few things here. Get you ready to go and get ready to pull the trigger. All right, for me, you're standing too far away from the golf ball. That's what's creating this huge bend in your spine. It kind of gives me something like this to here to here. Knee flex is good. I'd like to come out just a hair out of this knee flex, just a little bit, but you're at 151. That's on the balls of our feet. That's what we want to be able to make a coordinated athletic move. All right, spine angle is the issue, and again, we talked about you're used to looking over on top of the golf ball because you're looking at the very back of the golf ball. That's unnecessary, and it puts us in this hanging chin situation. So what we're looking for really is a more crisp spine angle. So I need you to come about 2 inches closer to the ball, maybe 3, to where you're able to maintain this position and establish a much crisper spine angle. Your head's going to be back. That's what we talked about, looking down your nose at the golf ball. If I get your head back in this region here, then your eye plane is going to be something, your swing plane that you set up with your eyes is going to be something a little flatter, like this. See how this would be vertical? This is flat, and this is flatter, okay? I'm going to create a swing plane that's something in this region right here, all right? So let's get rid of that. First thing we're going to look at is your halfway back position, and that's our hip high with the hands in club. So we're going to get you into that position. I'm going to stop you. Bear with me here for a sec. Get you in the hip high for you is somewhere right in here. As we talked about, I'd like to see a little more wrist cock in your left wrist here to bring this club parallel to the ground. You'll notice right now it's toe low, hands high. Right? I want those to be on the same dimensional line. But your setup position, if you look, we talked about geometry and physics, at your halfway back position, you're really set up nicely to make a really straight golf swing. I just want you to guard against getting this club stuck behind you too quickly. If I go just a few more frames, you're going to see the club is starting to become behind you. At this point in the golf swing, I want this club out in front of you. If I take a straight line off your club head, you'll notice it's actually, wrong tool, grab the right one. It's actually behind, it's starting to creep behind you at this point, way too early, okay? So we're getting that back behind us. We want to keep it out here in front of us, okay? Again, geometry and physics, look how well these two lines match. We're okay right here, but as you can see, I'll do this in orange for you. As you can see, the shaft plane is starting to creep behind you here. See how this line I've drawn in orange right there? Let's do it in a different color. Let me do it blue. This line, that's your shadow of your club at this point, okay? I want this club out here in front of you. So it's here now. I prefer it to be out here in front of you. So it matches geometrically to the line we're establishing for our target line. Okay, get this out of the way. Because we have a hanging chin, you'll notice your shoulder level is up here and your chin level is down here. We need to reverse those. And the way we do that is establish a crisper spine angle and get our head back up out of the way, okay? Because this is going to cause that blocking motion of the left shoulder, and it's going to impede its progress around to the tops. All right, so get this out of the way, and let's take you to the top of your backswing. Here for me, okay, we talked about this. Number one, we've got this huge bend in our arm, which we want to keep straight-ish. The main culprit, though, is this huge cup in your wrist. I'll show you that right there. It's huge. That's opening that club head wide open. That's like sticking that club out the window when we're traveling 70 miles an hour. But your swing speed is much greater than 70 miles an hour. Also, we're starting to come disconnected with our right elbow a little bit here. I want that tucked nicely and firmly against the right side. What I would have you do, if I get you back here, take you back just a hair. For right now, I know it's hard to believe, but for right now, just while you're practicing especially, I want this to be the top of your backswing because look, the angle you created through your eyes into the golf ball. Well, at this position here, we match that line. We match that line, and notice how straight. See the green line that I established for your bend of your arm. See how much straighter it is at this point? Not perfectly straight, but a lot straighter than it is up here, the green line indicated. All right? So you're overswinging the golf club at this point, which is separating your arms from your body and promoting an arm swing only, and not allowing us to stay connected to our body and using our core muscles, the abs, the pecs, the obliques, top parts of our thighs, basically our core of our torso to get into the golf ball with. All right? Get this out of the way and we'll watch your downswing. So you're going to take it a little farther back than this. For right now, I would have you stay here. People think they need to overswing. When they make a body swing, they do not. You saw the picture of Ricky Fowler at the top of his swing. All right, so I'm going to take you back, and now we're going to notice here, I'm going to isolate your head because I'm going to show you you're actually tugging or pulling on this club. Okay, so here we go down into the downswing. See the head rotating forward and then back of my line? It's moving considerably. We need to have that completely straight. And we're attempting to hit the back of the golf ball. Did a nice job. The release is what's saving you. You'll notice the cup is dead straight and you're right down the middle. Okay? You do that because you've played this way and you've been fighting yourself, okay? We're hitting at the golf ball. I know that because of the posture here as opposed to hitting through the golf ball. And then we hit the golf ball and now we're gonna make a little bit of some kind of little fake finish here. Yeah, we'll continue on around. See how flat-footed you are here? Bring it down, let's put it in red. I don't see much air under that heel at all. And you're gonna give me some kind of fake finish at the end. Probably get up a little more. Let's see it. No, actually you stayed. No good, girl. Let me explain something to you. When I see this foot in this fashion right here at the end of your golf swing and not vertically, this toe should be vertical, left foot rolled over with no weight on the right side. You are leaving at this point about 20% of your body weight back here on the back side. I want that to transfer through the golf ball and around to a balanced finish. All right, so we talked about a few things. We worked on a few things. Now let's go take a look at some of the other stuff we did. All right, then bear with me here and get you in the position here. All right, set you up. Good. Look at this, Em. All right, spine angle, much crisper. Very nice. Chin is up because we're only seeing the 7 o'clock to 1. That's very nice, Emily. And I'm going to come here with the spine, the knee flex. Knee flex is great. Very nice. Again, 152, 153 were great. But now look at the spine angle we've established. Nice and crisp. I would still have you come just a hair closer to the golf ball, please. All right, get you in your halfway back position and take a look at that. I'm going to get halfway back. Bear with me, bear with me. Get you in the halfway back. Bear with me. Here, Em, I'd get this club more parallel to the ground, okay? Now, you'll notice I got toe low, hands high here, right? Get you into this and show you. Toe low, hands high. This would, if I go through this, it's pointing skyward. I want it pointing right down the target line. Okay, it's starting, as you can see, starting to get stuck behind you here a little bit. I want it out. The line you're creating right here, if we just get a better wrist cock and get this club flat, look at the shadow of your club right here. It's in great position. This is our geometric line that we're going through. Well, look, it's in great position here. Very nice, girl. Okay, get this out of the way. Nice spine angle. Established it very nice. Let's get this out of the way and take you to the top of your backswing. Bear with me. Top of the backswing for you, Em. For right now, I'd like to see this. I know you think, wow, that's not very far back, but the proof's in the pudding. If you have that right elbow tucked in, you're going to be able to make a more coordinated release of the core into the golf ball as opposed to swinging it with your hands. Again, if I draw a line through your shaft, look how well this position matches your swing plane. It's very nice. Okay, very nice from top to bottom, very nice. You want a little extra like most people do. You don't need it, but you think you do. So you, my darling, break this plane. Okay, let me show you something here. We've always talked about in this position. Let me show you something in the way it's always been. This actually comes from Ben Hogan, actually. Ben always thought that there was a pane of glass that created your swing plane. It looks something like, actually that's not correct. Let me get rid of that. It's going to look something more like this right here, through your eyes to your swing plane, okay? Imagine this is a pane of glass with your head sticking through. At this position, hold on, bring back again, bear with me please. Get you back into this position, and you'll see right here, we're in great position. Again, it's always thought of as a pane of glass as your swing plane. You're in great position. All you need to do now is release, drop the club, release your core into the golf ball, and come around to a smooth, balanced finish. Imagine this orange line, like the green line, is a pane of glass. And we need to stay under that plane. You want too much. Here you go, and here we go into the glass. We just shattered the glass. Shattered the glass. Okay? More connected, please. I want to stay more connected. I want to keep this arm straighter. It's straighter. You can see the chin is riding on top of the shoulder a little better now because we're in better posture. But the club needs to stop in this fashion, girl. That's going to bring that elbow in. It's also going to flatten out this wrist because now we've got this huge cup again. Huge cup means we got to fight it back to get square. We don't want to fight it. We want to just allow it to fall. Okay? And we come through now into the golf ball. Get rid of this. So you want to even add a little extra. So we come into the golf ball. Nice release. Now I can tell from here you're dropping your head. Look how you're dropping the hands, pardon me. Look how steady the head stays. You're dropping here. You're not pulling. You're dropping. Then we're adding to it centrifugal force. We're releasing the golf club from 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock position. That's a very nice release, Emily, because I can take a look at your hands and see the way they're turning over there. That is ideal, girl. All right, so that, as we say, proof's in the pudding. We know this is dead straight right here. The cup itself is dead straight centered, and your ball is splitting the fairway. Very nice, girl. Let's see a round to a balanced finish, rolling the left foot, and see if we can't get up off that right and transfer more weight. And we are. See that weight trend? Now I see almost a vertical foot. See this line, the orange line? Do it in red. What it used to be was something like this. That's leaving energy that we could have put into the golf ball to compress the golf ball, make it travel farther. And the 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock release is the key to golf. 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock release, again, is like snapping that whip. Okay, that's the action we want. It doesn't have to be hurried or rushed. It can be very nice. The impact is at the golf ball and through the golf ball. We never swing or attempt to hit a golf ball. We make a golf swing, and the ball simply gets in the way. All right, so that's what I've got for you. We go into more detail with our lessons, but that's what I have for you right now. So if we make, let's get in that spine angle a little crisper, get the chin up, drop the club, and come all the way around to a balanced finish. You're going to improve your game significantly. It was a pleasure meeting you and working with you. For right now, I'm going to wish you a great big one. Aloha.